Right, so, we're gonna have to... How do I do this? Right, I forgot about how I did this. Right, well, we'll get the extra affection from these guys, even though you guys, I sent you out to do a night mission and you failed. I'm kind of disappointed, but you know what? You guys... You could wail again, Fonto. I don't have infinite fucking money for entertainment, guys. I really don't. Even though I do it to make waves. And honestly, I will say it outright, I do it to make waves so you guys remember something memorable on the stream rather than I just sat here and did the most boring save things all the time. I don't have infinite goddamn money! And you know what? As nice of a time as Kalina was in my office, which totally doesn't happen, I don't have money for that all the time. Right, so how do I do this? How do I swap out squad? Ah, wait, no, I know how to do it. Right, I'll just go in formation and swip, swappity swap, swap. Swap Echelon 6 with Echelon 2. And then suddenly they have the dorms and I can take 590 aside and have a nice conversation about how tight her shirt is, and how apparently, according to her CG art, she doesn't wear a bra. There needs to be a discussion there. Right, so, right, dorm 2. Right, there she is. There's my tan goddess. Right, so, warehouse. Combat reports. Right, so combat reports. Reminder to pick up Solaris before the summer sale ends. Maybe one day I'll have enough time for really, not to insult you, Verado, really autistic space games. I know there's a lot you can do in that game, but it's not quite my thing currently. But yes, if I remember correctly, these are 3,000 XP apiece for these combat reports. Gift this item to one in your dormitory to obtain a costume, poster, and affection. Costume and poster are quite rare, if I remember, but you know what? There's combat reports, so at least it gives them more XP. So, yeah, right, level 30. Yeah, there you go. Have one for the road. See Fondo play through a Paradox game. I'm already playing through Battletech, which is technically a Paradox game, even though they're only publishing it. But, you know. But right, so 590 has become my favorite currently. So we got tokens, and we got her to level 31. So now we can give her her breastplate. Right. So, yeah. Sweetheart, just take this and tuck your tits really tightly behind the trauma plates, and you should be really, you should be prepared. You should be okay. Everything should be fine. And that did save, right? That did save. I'm not fucking with... this game isn't fucking with me. Right, good. Alright, so... yeah, I guess we just go back to training now. But, right. If we have any... Just like how the crisis suit sign says. Yes, from listen to the crisis suit. Listen to the Hans Zimmer suit. CK2 would be a fun experience. What's CK2? Intermediate training is better XP for any. You can deploy multiple echelons and still get more XP for each T-doll. Oh, well, thank you for telling me that, Plastic Cube. I will invest in this in a moment. Just as long as I actually... So, she's level 30. Right, what's the... I keep going back. Right, she can get a dummy. However, unfortunately, I only have 9 cores. I'm gonna have to make some cutbacks here in how shall we say, no, in the ranks here for budget concerns. Some of them. But IDW, what's your evasion? Yeah, right. She has 10 evasion and max 29. We need to feed the cat. We need to feed the cat resources. Crusader Kings. Oh, right, Crusader Kings. I know about that one. I also know about the infinite... What is it? The infinite tournament? that one bug that somebody encountered, that's just my kind of dystopian, or rather, my kind of bizarro hilarity. Yeah, Mark 23 is a good night pistol. I would assume so, because she does lots of fucking damage. Also, we have enhancement pills. I forgot about all of these pills. Right. IDW, take your medicine. The only reason we put up with that squeaky, annoying, high-pitched voice is because at the end of your development, at the end of your leveling, you are the SMG with basically the highest evasion stat. So you know what? You take your goddamn medicine, because it's the only reason you're in the goddamn lineup. But 590! Sweetheart, here, take your medicine. Mainly just because I like you, but, you know, don't tell anyone that the commander is taking favorites. Drugging cats. It's entirely necessary. Cheat all enhancement, right. Now we need cores. We need cores. Where am I gonna get cores? A suppressor, fantastic, I don't care. What's this? This was like 33 if I remember correctly. Okay, high velocity ammo. What else we got? 30? Okay, 29 minutes. That's a little better. That means farming time. Yeah, I gotta go to one of the, I think it's 3.5, I think is the required, or rather the expected sort of, at least, like, basic level 3-star farming area, but, you know, I've heard that called placebo. We're gonna have to go around. You have 5 cores. Yeah, I know I have 5 cores. I need more. I need lots more cores. Lots more cores. Lots more cores. You know what? I'm in such a need for cores right now that I think I'm just gonna have to make some sacrifices here. No, not this. 590, you wait there, and don't judge me for the things that I'm about to do. So, retirement, and then we're gonna have to make some sacrifices here. And the fact that we're not actually using M14, and, well, as nice as she is, as, you know, as usable as she is for night teams, or rather all teams, because high rate of fire rifles are really fucking meta all the time, we're really not gonna need her currently, unless I fire her, in which case that's gonna be an event. Kadyusha does have, maybe something of a line on an M14, if I remember correctly, but it's not a definite one, and if I remember correctly from the stories, that one's kind of dangerous, so I wouldn't want to fire that one. But, right, so that micro Uzi is kind of rare to get a hold on, but we need cores. We really need cores. You still won't have the cores that you need. I know, but I'm making sacrifices. But if I also salvage the Mark 23, which is quite rare and quite expensive, but you know what? I want my shotgun dolls. I have one. It'll work. Right, okay, right. So we'll just take the Mark 23, and, yeah, we'll just junk that because I'm not actually using Mark 23 right now, even though she is good, and that's somewhat... People are gonna get annoyed that I just did that. But I don't care currently. I want to get my shotgun all nice and set up, because I like my shotgun. I like my 590 Mocha girl. The better she is, the better I feel. Right, so, no, not G3. Where is... Alright, I just boosted her stats to the maximum. Pyrocat, you must like loud noises. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, time limited event. I mean, that means we got another prize. Consume dummy core 50 until... Yeah, there you go. Give me the shotgun titties. Give me the shotgun titties. Dummy link 5 times. Give me the shotgun titties. Right, good. We got another box. Good. Quick production contract, intermediate training data. Fantastic. Thank you, M37, and your massive tits. Right, good. It's only the second day of the fucking... Actually, yeah, the second day of the event, and I'm already almost halfway through it to the prize. Remember, I didn't wail. I have the utmost in integrity. I do things the hard way. But right, let's see here. Intermediate training. let's try intermediate training. Even though intermediate training is really fucking hard. I still don't know why she has massive fat titties. Morale, Hame-kun. Morale. That's the only real reason, honestly. That's the only real reason that T-dolls are designed the way that they are. It's morale and some simple kind of variance, I suppose. Deploy more. I have Echelon 6, so honestly, it seems like, from what I've seen, honestly, deploying more than 2 echelons to anything is kind of a waste of time. So we'll do this just for the sake of entertainment, I suppose, to keep everybody leveling, but really, yeah, most of the time you just want to kind of war through it with 1 echelon to get all of the XP. That's kind of how I've been treating it on all the other alt accounts. But I suppose this will work for now. Because it's divided up equally between all of the dolls present in the simulation at the end. And wow! 590, what the fuck happened there, girl? Wow. Doesn't seem like they were ready for this. Oh, so that's what Card 98 CG looks like. Interesting. Right, so they weren't ready for that at all. Pyro! Or rather, Plastic Cube, not Pyro. Completely different person. Plastic Cube, why did you suggest this? This is a terrible option. That made me think someone supposedly designed all the T-dolls. So what do you think happened to the guy who designed the lollies? He's obviously being sheltered as a pedophile. Really. That's the only in-universe example for it. It's the only reason you can have guns like Shrimp and it be kind of okay. And her sentience says that she likes to wear, well, in the uncensored art, really loose-fitting clothes. Wow, Plastic Cube, why did you suggest this? My guys are getting slaughtered out there. NTW is the only one who survived with basically no damage. Good on you, girl. Right. I figured my combat effectiveness was still too low to actually tackle this, but I went ahead with it because Plastic Cube suggested it. But apparently, me and Plastic Cube were both wrong for making this decision. These guys are doing actually pretty okay, though. Good on you, 6B. Good on you. But you still get XP anyway, but it's not enough. It's not a lot. It's not really warranting the extra... Well, you know what, since they've been reducing combat value so fucking greatly, it doesn't really matter. It's not exactly the full, worth of it. And I think just going for the first level is perfectly fine for leveling one specific squad. Wow, 6B just got wrecked. Good lord. Remember, as unfortunate as it is to see Colt and all the other small girls dangerously undressed, remember, Super Shorty hasn't found us yet, so we're not going to Lolicon jail. And remember, that's not my thing. You see, that's only 6,000 XP. That's not that good. That's divided up against 3 echelons. No. No, 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 no. That doesn't work at all. It's okay, Plastic Cube. We all make really dumb decisions, including me. I make one every goddamn stream. But yeah. Dude, Shorty is less lewd than Shrimp. Shorty! Depends on the artist. You're tackling Shorty. Shrimp is turbo lewd. Jesus Christ. Jesus goddamn Christ. Mm-hmm. So now we have several rotations of grinding here, and hopefully by the end of it, we have a incredibly buff shotgun to tank all of the damage. Also, this skill. Oh, she is casting it. Just takes fucking forever. It's 80,000 if you can clear it. I would assume so. Yes, it's a lot. It does rise exponentially in some, degrees. So it would make it better than just sending one squad to the first one, and then going up to the higher levels would get you more XP if you could actually take them. The only problem is we can't really take them right now. Now the question is, who is more effective? A few thick T-dolls or a battalion of lolly pistols? The lolly pistols have to be backing someone up, so the thick still has a say in any of that. Okay, alright. Leveling up, making progress. I think we can afford to give some of our girls some equipment. Some equipment, though honestly we really don't have all that much, and AP rounds aren't really going to help us here. So what can we give our second echelon? Also factory. Equipment. It's a laser sight. Ooh, that's a good one. What's this? Ooh, good lord. That's our second 5-star laser sight? Hell. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be very good. Unfortunately, we don't really have a night team set out right now. Right, so, right, formation. Echelon 2, what can we give these girls? Magazine. Right, she has to be, right, this is just a basic magazine. And we can give her AP rounds, but they won't really help her all that much. We can also give, 92, well, something to make her a little bit better. It's not that much, though. AR team makes for good anti-scout night fighters. I would assume so. Alright, right, we can give IDW some increased evasion. That's something we can do. And in terms of magazines, well, there's really no downside to actually using AP rounds, even though they're kind of unnecessary currently. We still have to wait a little while until level 50 in order to give 590 her buckshot. But I suppose, giving them something would help? Well, it won't really help out at all currently, but I think we could probably stand a chance at clearing once we level these guys. We would probably stand a chance at actually clearing the night battle. Then again, she's really not... 92 wouldn't be really much for damage in that kind of situation. So, once we train these guys up, we'll see what happens. Suppressor does help. So you know what? You know what? We'll just give her a suppressor for right now because she's just running through simulation. There's really it's really not that big of a fucking deal. Even though I pressed the wrong button, doesn't matter. Right, so crit 5. Right. Whatever. How long do you plan to stream Best Amendment or other First Amendment games? Well, I suppose as much as we're leveled here, maybe depending on exactly how leveled we are by the end of this little slog, we might take on Hunter and call it a day, but I may want to do something else as well, so we'll see what happens. I may actually, depending on how I feel, we might go into the wee hours of the morning playing Air Force Delta Strike. It really depends, because I have to actually set up all that shit and test it. You got a package on Steam. I got a package on Steam? Why is everyone gifting me video games all of a sudden? Good lord. How are my chaser levels here? Kind of, and basically, well, a little bit. Alright, I can take at least one more drink. And that one more drink is probably going to be almost the entire bottle of Fireball. Yes. Good job, my Mocha Princess. Continue onwards. Because we love you. Well, thanks, Kadyusha. Wow, 590, that damage output. Good lord. You're gonna be beat out by Bar at this rate, but wow. It has your MICA shotgun waifu as an option. My MICA shotgun waifu as an option? Excuse me? Yeah, 590 just kind of suddenly decided she's going to do a whole lot of fucking damage. That wasn't happening before, but now she's kind of overshadowing Bar, which is kind of funny as all hell. She doesn't have buckshot pellets though. And also, yeah, 3 dummies. That's where things start to get a little ridiculous. But you know, I think, honestly, it would be wise to give your tanks the most attention. Although I suppose you could do either, really. You could either, you know, give your damage dealing units the most attention, period, since, you know, if they put out enough damage, they'll be able to kill anything before it really does anything. Or, if you level up your tanks high enough, they can just sit there and absorb all of the damage all day long and give your damage dealers enough time to do literally anything they want at whatever pace that they want. So it's kind of either or, I suppose. It's due to the clustering enemies. Ah, I see. But yeah, she's, wow. She just leaps ahead of everybody in terms of damage, and she just keeps going. Good on you, 590. Well, she'll just get more and more XP for that. It seems 590 is following the episode rule for all good animes. Wait until the 3rd episode. If it's not good, then it's never going to be good. If it's good by the 3rd episode, then you should probably stick with it. We're gonna be wasting a lot of extra energy right now. Though I suppose it's still kind of spending it properly. All things considered, really, at the end of the day. We're leveling the squad. We're not gonna be able to give them, you know, all the dummies they need, because they're expensive. But what about Darling and the Franks? Kadyusha, I'm waiting till Saturday so we can actually understand how Darling and the Franks turned out to be really disappointing, because as much as I love Trigger, they decided to be Trigger at the worst possible time by the end of this series. So I'm waiting for episode 24 to see... They've already failed the test, but I'm waiting for episode 24 to see exactly how many questions I got wrong. That's what I'm doing. But, oh boy. Honestly, I could sit down and probably do an editorial video about how bad Darling and the Franks turned out, because it started really good, and then it decided to do... well, a lot of fucking nothing for the entirety of the show, and then it decided to all of a sudden declare that the Gamelon Empire invaded, and, it was not good. It's kind of like, it's almost like it's Gurren Lagann that tried to take itself seriously, but wound up being worse in every capacity because of that. That's not good. I like Trigger, I like what they do, but they fucked up here. They really, really fucked up. Yeah, 590, you just get all that XP. Well, a dancing fool, there's a lot to like in Darling in the Franxx. It's just that once you actually find the lot to like, you'll turn around and see all of the things that the show... Well, I clicked on... Well, whoops. Right. You'll start to see a lot of the things that the show didn't do very well. Like, say, let's see, Hero and Zero Two's romance. It started really well, and then got to a point that takes usual anime series an entire season to get to. And then it just got its rear tires stuck in the mud, and then it got out, and then it got its rear tires stuck in the mud again, and then it got out, and then it got its rear tires stuck in the mud again. So it didn't really advance to anything. So it's kind of like they did the thing that it takes basically an entire season for your usual shitty rom-com or really average anime to get to. The only problem is that's the only thing they did, and then they decided, or rather didn't know how to continue onwards from there. And then additionally, there's Kokoro and Mitsuru's romance, which is just... Nobody asked for that! You know, it's kind of nice to see the asshole character develop into kind of a nice guy. But at the end of the day, nobody really gave a shit that much about Mitsuru. So, him getting all this fucking attention at the expense of literally every other character in the show is really mystifying. But once again, I could make an entire editorial video about this. I could go on for probably an hour if I wanted to, but I probably wouldn't. I'm still waiting for that Futoshi and Ikuno route, though. I'm waiting for the ending episode to see that. Even though I know Ikuno is a lesbian. But you know what? I want to think that she's just a lesbian just because she's desperate. I want to think there's something there. I want the fat guy to win something. God damn it, I want the fat guy to win something. The fat guy should win something. Futoshi's done... He had a moment where he looked really bad, but then he improved, and he's been doing perfectly fine since then. The only problem is, he hasn't had any fucking screen time. At all. So you know what? I wanna see him win something. That'll be me. If he wins something, I can walk away from the show somewhat satisfied, even despite all the flaws. And all the rampant fetishism. Really, I think... honestly, I think the whole reason that Darling in the Franxx got started is because some guy with a giantess fetish invited the entire Trigger, shall we say, the entire Trigger, sort of, what's the term I'm looking for here? This is how you know I'm getting drunk, because I'm forgetting words. But the entire Trigger, committee. Or rather, the oversight, the people in charge of Trigger. He invited them to a meeting, and then he had them do lots of blow on a table. And then, really, over the course of the meeting, it just got more and more hilarious, to the point where you got episode 23 of Darling in the Franxx. And by the time he suggested episode 23 of Darling in the Franxx, everyone was so fucking high that they just went along with it. But really, I'm just waiting for this Saturday just to see exactly how the fuck we end this. Not because I'm excited, because I just want to know how this ride ends. I was invested, and then the ride turned out to be not that good. But I'm somewhat committed to seeing it through to the end. Then again, I suppose it makes sense that 590 is actually outpacing Bar and Car 98 because they don't have dummies. They don't have any dummies. 590 is just charging ahead with everything. So, how is the 9-hour-long Atlas Saves Coming going to play out on YouTube? With heavy editing. Though currently, right now, I haven't actually edited that. Because I got everything else uploaded, and that's the next thing on the list. And then there's Ace of Seafood and these streams that I'm doing right now. This one and yesterday's stream. We'll see how that goes, but there's probably going to be a lot of editing going on with that 9-hour grind for the Atlas, or rather the hilarious save-scumming-a-thon. Boy, I proved myself the scum of the earth in the last couple of weeks, didn't I? I saved scum until I got what I wanted, and then Actually, no, I didn't, Whale. That didn't happen. Remember, we didn't go to Rhodesia. Bar in Madagascar. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Didn't happen. It's only one thing. Just a one-off event. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. Yeah, Mama Deuce does actually hit like a truck when you buff her with anything. Despite her being a 3-star, she is actually the highest damage machine gun in the game. Rather, in terms of individual shots. MG5 kind of contests her, and then... I forget exactly who's up there. I think it's PKP, or Pecheneg, one of the two. I can't exactly remember who the... There's 4 of them, and then Bar is like the 5th one, because with her super special Mod 3 upgrade, she contests the current metagame, or rather, the current metagame at the time. So there's actually 5. I can't remember exactly. I know you've got M2, you've got MG5, and you've got Bar, but I can't remember what the other 2 are. But as we can see here, 590 and IDW are doing a perfectly good job of absorbing literally all the damage that comes into this echelon, and everybody's doing fine. That's exactly why I got the girl. That's exactly why I wanted a shotgun. Unfortunately, this is becoming a quick time event of clicking the same thing over and over again in order to efficiently grind 590. Which I'm not disappointed to do, however, it just takes a while. Oh, Lord. Yeah, as far as I understand the end game metagame, the combination of machine guns and a couple of shotguns, or one really good shotgun, causes echelons to skyrocket in combat value, and then there's also fairies. Fairies are silly. How far are you going to level 590? As far as she can go, really. I may not have the cores to actually give her dummies, but... Well, she's got 3 dummies, and getting from... Well, level 30 to level 70 is actually quite an extremely long drag. So I'm not exactly sure exactly how far I'm going to level 590, but I think I'm going to take her all the way because she is my first shotgun. Remember, if you're a romantic man, you always remember your first. They're starting to plateau a little bit in terms of leveling, but they're doing all right. Oh no, can I just say you got me to like games like FGO and this one? Not sure I should curse your name or thank you. Well, Petrenko, well, it's sort of a blessing and a curse, and, well, I can't exactly play FGO currently. Even though I could try with some really, really big finagling, it kind of feels like I shouldn't go back there. Or rather, it kind of feels like the time has passed. I'll at least stay on Girls Frontline, though, because it doesn't look like anybody's going to stop me from playing this game. You know, Guna, I got shotguns up in Texas. one may be a Mossberg, aka 590. Mossberg 500 is a totally different gun, though. Mossberg 500 in this game is basically a strike witch. It would be nice to fire a shotgun so I can give the team that M1 Garand and SKS are going to be sitting in a tank, because that's kind of what they need currently. Also need to fire a pistol of some capacity. Or maybe an SMG. One of those things. I need to fill out that... I need to fill out that echelon with guns that I like. Or rather, guns that I can get hold of in this game, but guns that I like. I need to fire good guns so I can put them in an echelon. With the same gun. Well, I know the 590 is the 500, but with special modifications, which you can get legally anyway. We'll see what happens with that one. But, I was looking for a new gun to replace the M2 Browning. Yeah, I know, but they have the, what is it, the XM... What is it? 315? Right? That one? Future weapon is all fucked. It's probably never gonna get into service ever. It's probably been abandoned entirely, but you know what? That's my future weapon memes. You see, if I wanted any guns to get into this game, if I wanted to meme any guns into this game, it would be the XM29, the really big bulky one, not the slim down one. OICW memes. I want future weapon memes. You got that one, and the 512 or the 515. I can't remember the exact designation. The lightweight 50. Link them together. And then also, the third one would be the rifle that I'm going to buy next year. But you know what? That's just a gratuitous thing. I have had a talk with some artist friends of mine, and we'll see what we can produce in terms of... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's the wrong fucking echelon. What am I doing? I'm not that drunk. I'm just clicking things really goddamn fast and thinking about things that excite me. How about the AUG? I haven't really looked too closely at AUG. I know she just got added on the Chinese server, but I haven't really looked too closely at her art. Well, 590 is certainly coming into her own in terms of damage tanking ability and damage. Look at her go. Isn't she so good? Styrish. Shut up, Amik. Good lord. Apote AUG, any other AUG. Apote AUG is pretty okay, it's just that, well, she plays for the other team, so it's not like I can really do anything with that, or anyone could really do anything with that, unless there are female members of my audience right now, in which case, hi ladies! But, you know, you go with that one. That's what you got. Enjoy that. Level 38, good, we're making tracks. Pretty soon we'll be able to probably go in and take care of Hunter, but Hunter is very spooky. I'm not sure exactly. Not exactly sure how we're gonna handle Hunter. But I know how her damage works. She centers it on a target, and then after a second, she starts dumping DPS at them. quite a thing to handle, and really, I don't think armor tanks can really actually stand up to her. I think it's just a matter of killing her killing her faster than she can actually deal damage. Toss a whale at her. Well, you know, I think I can handle that one. Have you got more shotguns since yesterday? Nope! 590's my only gun. I'll be trying for more, but I don't have any equipment. Or rather, I don't have any resources to actually roll the damn gatcha. So you know what, we're just gonna have to deal with 590 for a little while, even though it's not really that much of a burden, isn't it? I like 590. I like my MICA anime girls, and she's doing perfectly fine right now, taking all this fucking damage in the world. And also, honestly, we can just send in the whaling friends to get them down, get her down. We can deal with Hunter perfectly fine, but you know what? I want my own echelon to be able to take a crack at it. Because you know what? My own personal honor. I don't always want to rely on my whaling friends. I want to be able to fight for myself. I want to grow into my own man, who has ownership and control of his own destiny, with his own cute waifu girls. I wish to be the upstanding model Teitaku. Well, Hame-kun, the recharge has definitely gone down, so if we go right after Hunter, we can definitely send in a couple of whaling echelons to just hunt her down. And then we'll get STR... well, STAR 15, and then, then we can sort of sit there and reminisce exactly how I'm going to make one of those myself and make some moderations and then potentially contact some artist friends of mine to make that a reality. Will it ever wind up in the game? I don't think I have that much control, but you know what? I can at least believe. Remember, 26-inch barrel memes. I'm buying that rifle purely for sheer entertainment value. It's probably not going to be fired anywhere other than a bench or prone. So, really, the barrel is just... it'll just make me smile every time I see it. That's exactly why I'm buying. It seems like 590 overall currently in the current leveling scheme, she only really takes about like 10% damage, which is very good. Yeah, the 224 home run did nothing wrong round, or the 224 in the name of the moon round. Yes, yes, we'll see about the magical girl rounds at the end of the day. And it is kind of funny because it entertains me because 224 Valkyrie and look what I'm playing right now, a game about gun girls. Things are lining up, the planets are aligning, the memes are coming together. They're really, really coming together. Check out what gun event, and you'll be taught how to operate. One day I will learn how to operate properly. One day. The T-zone. Okay, okay. Alright, area clear yet again. Thank you, 590, for just sweeping literally every enemy from the field. Good on you, girl. Good on you. You do good work. Now, let's see here. 50 combat simulation summer class. Yeah, I think it's a little bit more than summer school at this point. Let's see here. Quest. What do we got here? 20 combat simulations. Oh, yes. Lots and lots of resources. Very good, very good, very good.